Alright, let's do a Watcher run. Here we go. Color this card, 100 gold, rare relic or boss relic. Usually boss relic is the pick. Rare relics are nice, 6 max HP, not a huge cost. I could consider doing that. I'm not sure what I would see in the pathing that would convince me to do that. I mean, rare relics kind of span a really broad spectrum, right? Like, rare relics can be Unceasing Top, and rare relics can also be Fossilized Helix. There's a lot of range there. Whereas boss relics also span quite a range, right? Because it can be like, let's see, what's the worst boss relic? For Watcher. I mean, I guess like Pandora's Box for all blasphemy is the worst, but I think Ectoplasm is probably the worst. There's got to be a better answer than that, though, right? There's no like wrist blades or anything. Yeah, is there any bad outcome from boss relic swaps? It's like literally, oh, Busted Crown. Busted Crown is it by a mile. Yeah, good point. No, Fusion Hammer I'm fine with. Ectoplasm I'm fine with too. Runic Gun I'm happy to see. Runic Gun's great. But really, really bad is Busted Crown. So, okay, so let's take a boss relic and try to avoid Busted Crown. Alright, we did it. Kurski's fairly bad. I'll give you that. Yeah, starting with Busted Crown is a absolute nightmare. It feels bad. Looks like 2 elites is going to be our max here, and only then if we go on the right. So I guess we're just finding a route where we can do 3 fights and then our first elite. No, you're totally wrong. If you find 5 of them to be run-unders, that's just completely off track. We could take a, it's possible we do this 3-fight path, and then by the time we get to this question mark, we decide we're strong enough to do a hallway fight and then a mega elite. We'll get a fire out of the deal. If we don't decide that, we can just take a second question mark and an elite. I think people overvalue gold. Ectoplasm is bad, but it's not. It's certainly not a run under. I think really the only one that's a run under is Fusion Hammer, or sorry, Busted Crown. Fusion Hammer doesn't bother me. Kurski is a little bit annoying, but that's about it. And Runic Gun you can like easily work around. Runic Gun's like barely even an obstacle. Okay. Floor 1, Act 1. Quite a bit different than fighting Champ, which is what we were just doing a second ago. Before we died. Eruption, Vigilance, Defend, I think. Sets up for... I guess we should Strike and then Vigilance. Take a little bit of damage now, but it sets up for actual lethal next turn. So we take 3. It's better than getting attacked next turn. Okay. Blessing of the Forge. Got a floor 1 Prey. No attacks available here, which is a concern. That's bad. I mean, I think floor 1 Ectoplasm causes you to reprioritize a little bit. It makes floor 1 question marks quite a bit worse. Because you don't want, like, Golden Idol, and you don't want surprise shops. So you just end up going to a lot more, like, hallway fight-centric paths. But, like, never getting gold also means you never have to go to a shop, right? It's just like, okay, so you just don't do those at all. And you, like, Ectoplasm's reward of getting extra energy is, like, super good, right? So you, like, lose way less health in hallway fights. so I don't think it's that big of a deal. These are horrible, horrible cards. I think if you were going to pick like the bottom 3 floor 1 card rewards for Watcher, these might be them. Maybe like Master Reality instead of Tranquility. Yikes. Prey kind of gives us an interesting direction for the deck, but I think Skip is probably the more responsible choice. Oof, Jawworm. Go ahead and try and save the health. I'm not sure we'll be able to keep it, but I don't want to lose it on floor 1. We don't know we need to yet. 17. What a jerk. We don't get lethal. 24 plus 9 is 33. He would survive at 9. We could Blessing of the Forge. Then do we get lethal? Needs to do 18, 36 plus 9 is 45. That is lethal. Is it worth it? The alternative is we play like Vigilance Defend. Block for 13, take 4, and then we're still in a fight with a mob. Jawworm. Ectoplasm does prevent mob bank. I think I'll go ahead and do it. I don't expect a lot out of Blessing of the Forge. So just getting some value is good. Early pressure points, we could start getting that stacked up. Bowling Bash, I think, is the presumptive pick here. That is a cute little kitty you got there, Guitar. Yeah, I think it has to be Bowling Bash. Bowling Bash is a way better card than Pressure Points on floor 2. Alright, no attacks from the slimes. Suspiciously. Trying to get their slime all over me. We could Eruption Bowling Bash on Big Slime. Does that kill him? No, it does 26. It's off by 3. Alright, so I think we just kill the little one and Vigilance then. Take 4. Congrats. All my damage. Where is it? Jeez, what a brutal slime fight. That really went poorly. Okay. Second shot at pressure points. Man, if we'd taken 2 pressure points in a row, this would be a completely different situation. We could take Rush Down or Wave of the Hand, but I think pressure points is probably the answer. We need to get some damage, and pressure points is certainly that. Alright, match and keep. I would take a Sash Whip. Ooh, I will not take a Normality. Okay. Second Eruption is available. I think we're gonna go digging for the rare. Alpha? I'll take a chance at Alpha. Alright. Not too disappointed to not get Alpha. Alright. I don't think we're feeling so strong that we want to go to a Mega Elite now. We go with Sash Whip. Sash Whip is pretty good. I think actually maybe we survive all of the Mega Elites there. We're going to take like 40 though, if it's like Plated Armor, Lagavulin or something. Strength Gremlin Knob. I think I'd rather just take an extra question mark. AKA an extra fight. Ooh, okay. Do we block or kill him? I think we block. Feels a little bit counterintuitive, but killing him makes us vulnerable, and then this guy's strong and he hits us for like 18, which we can't block. Can we kill both? Our max damage is 14, 20, so no. If this did 25 damage, then we could pressure points on him and kill him. Actually, I guess we can do 14, 22 to him, so we're only off by 3. Ooh, guitars in the playtest. All right. I have to consult chat to make sure I'm spelling your name right. Cool. Well, welcome to the playtest group guitar. Happy to have you. Well, we have to kill one of them because otherwise we're taking 22. I don't want to take 22. So I think we have pressure points this one and then strike this one. Defend. Take 11. Okay. Ooh, there's a Tantrum. Tantrum is an excellent card. Yeah, so I'm not sure when I'm setting up the playtest. I was thinking I would set him up today, but it's kind of too late to set him up today because then I kind of want to do them like after the stream, and then after the stream is like 45 minutes from now, so I want to give some people some more time for scheduling things. So maybe I'll try and like distribute them through the week, because it would be kind of nice to like do a playtest and then like change the game a little bit and then do another playtest. So maybe I'll just try and spread them out rather than doing a whole bunch on one day. So I guess maybe I'll reach out to people individually. I think Tantrum is way good, so let's pick that. We got a floor 1 pressure points, or turn 1 pressure points on Gremlin now. That's nice. Okay, yeah, we'll do guitar. I guess if I'm going to do it that way, I should go down the list. So then Sir Artemal would be next because he queued up as soon as the last playtest was over. Are we getting lethal next turn? If we vigilance this turn. We have 4 energy next turn, so we are going to play all the cards, even if we don't, whatchamacallit, go into calm this turn. So we do 9 plus 18 is 27, plus 14 is 41 damage next turn is our max. So even if we double strike, we're not getting there. Okay. Well, a lot of our damage comes from entering Wrath next turn, which is kind of scary, because he's hitting us for 24 next turn. This is really scary, actually. So I think the path here is double strike, and then next turn, Bowling Bash defend. And then the turn after that, hope we somehow get lethal. Oof, man. So we're doing 12 plus 7 is 19, so he'll be down to 43, and we'd have to somehow do 43 on one turn. Our max damage is probably like Tantrum, Sash Whip, Pressure Points, Strike. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Tantrum, Sash Whip is 9, plus 16 is 25, plus the Strike is 12, so it's 37, plus the Pressure Points is 16, so that's 53. So it is technically enough if we roll pretty close to max damage. All right, so we're gonna have to totally limp through this shuffle, but we can theoretically get lethal. Is unfortunately I think where we're at. Actually, do we still have an out at lethal if we play Vigilance this turn? Does Vigilance worth positive or negative health, I guess is the question. So it's worth 5 net health this turn, and then that it ends up being the same for the defense. Sorry, that was me. My bad. Somebody Google Hangouts messaged me. Probably my wife. She should know better. She doesn't. So I guess Vigilance this turn is better than Defend next turn because it puts us in Calm. I don't think the extra energy is going to matter, but maybe I'm missing something. Alright, so 28 does not kill us, but we can't go into Wrath or else we die. Just checking to make absolutely sure we don't have lethal. These both do 9, so together they do 27 because one of them gets doubled. And then this would be doubled to 14. 14 plus 27 is 41, which is not lethal. I guess we get to save 1 extra health if we defend twice. The next defend does nothing, but then the defend after that blocks for 1. And there's no way we're surviving 2 attacks, so I guess I'd rather be at 2 than 1. Did we get it? We got quite a bit of damage. Well, it doesn't matter if because we can't block, so... Yeah, we got it. Okay. Frozen egg. Okay, so we're gonna pick some powers, I guess. If we can somehow avoid dying, while being at 2, and there being no campsites in sight. I guess we only have to survive 2 hallway fights without taking any damage to get to a campsite. Gonna be tough though. Perseverance helps us get there. I think we basically have to pick cards just to win these 2 hallway fights, and presume that these question marks are not hallway fights. I guess we'll do these question marks instead of these 2, because this question mark could give us something that helps us win this hallway fight. I think Perseverance is getting picked. With Frozen Egg, if we get Establishment, it's already upgraded. Establishment has a really important upgrade. This does not help us survive the hallway fights, so it's not an option. I guess it could help us if this is a surprise shop, and then we can get rid of it and buy something, buy like a Lee's Waffle or something. But I think we have to turn this down. Alright. This is a tough one to not take any damage in. Yeah, we're already dead. Can we go into Wrath? If we go into Wrath, the strike kills him. And then we can pressure point Sash Whip one of them, but then the other one kills us. We can pressure point Sash Whip, pressure point Strike one to death, since they don't trigger their curl up after pressure points. Yeah, we're just dead. There's no way. Wow. How unfortunate. I would have liked to see Life Coach win this one. I don't know what the... I don't think we did anything wrong. We just, like, walked into Gremlin Nub and shuffled poorly. Like, you can't blame the pressure points. Pressure points got drawn on turn 1 versus Gremlin Nub, and then... So, like, he didn't count it as a skill. We just got absolutely beaten up. Maybe I'm doing my math wrong somehow. Nope. I guess if we hadn't picked pressure points, we could have lethal here. Maybe that's why you don't pick pressure points. Because pressure points was up against an attack, right? That's such a little micro-optimization, though. There's no way to know that this particular situation is coming. Look at the run history screen for that one. Okay, so from Niao, we took... thanks for the follow, EOBet. Appreciate support. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so we got a Slaver's Collar from Niao. I think Boss Relic swaps are totally defensible. I don't think there's anyone who would question that. On the first floor, we got a Blessing of the Forge, took a little bit of damage from a cultist. I don't think we made any mistakes in the fight. We were offered a Pray, Tranquility, and Evaluate. Just horrible options there. I considered taking the Pray just to like give the deck a direction. Maybe we were supposed to take Tranquility. Maybe if we took Tranquility, we could have gone into Wrath and then out of Wrath in the Gremlin Knob fight, but like no way, right? Like those all make us way worse at Gremlin Knob, and we were already terrible at Gremlin Knob. Floor 2, we did spend the Blessing of the Forge in the Gremlin Knob fight, or in the Jawworm fight, and we would have lost 4 health and been up against a 33 health Jawworm if we hadn't spent it. But maybe that was the mistake. Maybe we were supposed to hold the Blessing of the Forge to make us better at Gremlin Knob. Taking a Bowling Bash there is, I don't think, questionable at all. Halt is terrible. The other pressure points maybe would have turned out to be better, but that's a really difficult to justify decision over Bowling Bash. Yeah, so actually we didn't pick pressure points over an attack. We picked pressure points over Wave of the Hand and Rushdown, which almost certainly would have been worse. Maybe we could have had a lethal out in the Gremlin Knob fight if we picked Rushdown. If Rushdown had shuffled to the bottom of the deck, which it wouldn't have, right? It would have been, I guess it was on top, right? So we would have played Rushdown on turn 1, and then on turn 3 we would have entered Wrath, drawn cards. Actually, we would have gotten lethal too. So the Rushdown would have ended up saving us like 30 health. So I guess that was the pick. Supposed to pick Rushdown over pressure points on floor 3. Is that what we're learning from this? Is Rushdown usually better than pressure points on floor 3? Or was it just better this time? Because I don't want to make like a results-oriented decision here. Because, like, okay, so the reason to pick pressure points is it does damage, right? Pressure points, like, does 8 damage the first time you see it, 16 damage after that, 24 damage the third time, which is, like, pretty tremendous for 1 energy. That's a lot of damage. I don't think you're planning on shuffling your deck 3 times in general, but, like, imagine pressure points against Lagavulin, right? Like, pressure points is way better than Rushdown against Lagavulin. But maybe we needed to pick Rushdown because we were most scared of Gremlin Knob, and Rushdown helps us end Gremlin Knob potentially a turn sooner. Maybe I need to value Rushdown higher in general. Rushdown is pretty good. Took a Sash Whip. We skipped a second Eruption in the Match and Keep. Could have had that. I think the Sash Whip is totally defensible. Tantrum is amazing. I don't think anyone would question Tantrum pick there. It is up against a second Sash Whip and a Flying Sleeves, but like, Tantrum is so good. Like, if I knew I was getting Tantrum, I would for sure pick Rushdown. Right, but I didn't, there's no way to know that. And pretending that you made a mistake because now I know about the future and I know that I would have drawn the Rushdown on turn 1 and the Tantrum on turn 3 is, like, not very fair. We also just took a lot of damage to like, we took a 3 fight path, and then one of the question marks turned out to be a fight, and we took 12 damage from Fungi Beast. So we were actually pretty low going into that elite. The Slimes fight went really bad for us. We took 14 damage there. We actually had an alternate route through the Slimes fight that I talked about. We could have, like, we almost had enough damage to kill the larger slime, the medium slime, on turn 2. We didn't have quite enough damage, and there was nothing we could have done that would have gotten us more damage. I guess we could have saved the Blessing of the Forge for that turn. Would have saved us, I'm assuming 14 damage. So maybe we would have, but we would have taken more damage in the Jawworm fight. We would have taken at least 4. So let's say we take like 8. So we would have gotten a net plus 6 health if we'd saved it for here with some generous assumptions. Net 6 health would have saved us from the Laos fight, right? We would have been able to survive that, I think. Actually, no. We still wouldn't have been able to survive that. We just got absolutely beaten up by hallway fights. Yeah, we did die to a Laos. We were at 2 health after the Gremlin Knob fight, and then we died to triple Laos on turn 1, because there was no way to block it. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna run this seed back. We're gonna do this again. Let's see. How do it looks clickable. Is it copied now? Oh, it is. Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay, Boss Relic is his right decision. Did we make a pathing mistake? Because we took the 3 fights and then 2 question marks route, and I did it so that we could choose to take a Mega Elite if we felt really strong, but maybe we were supposed to take 4 question marks? No, that's fucking wacky. That's totally wrong. Yeah, no, it's the right route. Sorry for repeating an entire run here. I actually remember all of these turns. This is insane. I can't believe I've never repeated a run before, but I remember exactly what I did in all those turns. So we're supposed to skip this, right? There's no way these are correct. Okay, so are we gonna try saving the Blessing of the Forge in this fight this time? You want to see the question mark path, huh? Yeah, I can paste the seed in chat. Oh, I see. So since I've pasted the seed in chat, you can explore the question marks at your leisure. I think we block out this turn. I'm actually not going to try to save the Blessing of the Forge. I'm going to use the Blessing of the Forge the same way here. I'm going to do everything the same, except I'm going to pick Rushdown instead. Okay, so doing everything the same means I do this here. And then we put Bowling Bash. And then we got beaten up by these guys. Maybe there's if I am taking the alternate path on Spike Slam, we could target him first. We would have 12 damage on the first turn, so he'd be down to 17. It's pretty likely we'd get lethal with a Bowling Bash strike on him next turn. Is that in general an improvement? Or is that an improvement specifically for this? Because I know what's happening. I think it's actually not in general an improvement. I think targeting the Acid Slime is correct, because could I have saved 11 health against mushrooms? How so? You're talking about these? Oh, you're talking about the other mushrooms. Yeah, okay. How could I have saved 11 health? I think it's still correct to target him. We're going to be weak, so we just want to be able to execute him. We got a really bad shuffle in this fight. That turn's brutal. Turn 2 Eruption on the right one while it buffs. Kill the left with a strike, and you had 2 strikes in your 4-card deck next turn. Kill the right mushroom to avoid 11 damage. I'm not sure I follow, but I guess we're going to be there in a second. So we're picking Rushdown here. This is the major change we're making instead of pressure points. We're going to do the same thing here. Same exact thing. Look for the alpha. Fail. Okay. And here's the... Okay. So you're saying turn 2, something, something. So you're saying eruption the right one, and then, but then we can't kill the left one. Kill the left with a strike. Yeah, that's just not how it works out. I think maybe if you took pressure points again, then that route is available. Yeah. That's not available here. Yeah, exactly. Things are different. Sash Whip and a Cut Through Fate. That seems like a pretty good outcome from the question marks. Especially since we know one of the question marks was a fight, right? So you ended up with one of the easy pool fights anyway, whereas I ended up with a hard pool fight. We can kill this guy with Eruption Sash Whip. We've got pretty good damage next turn, so it's going to be 24 plus 14. Yeah, it seems like enough. Yeah, okay. So we just kill him. Oh, right, rush down. Well, so with the same seed, though, I'm pretty sure it's actually guaranteed that the second one was a fight. That may be wrong. Maybe the math doesn't work the way I thought. So we ended up losing 0 health in that fight this time. I'm not sure why the power points for rushdown. Maybe I just found a better route this time. I'm a little bit suspicious about that. Okay, and then we Vigilance for sure, because entering Wrath is going to draw us extra cards. I see. Okay, yeah, sure. So now we Tantrum. I think that the way Tantrum and Rushdown interact, we don't redraw Tantrum, but I guess I'll find out. Oh, we do redraw Tantrum. I was wrong. Okay, so that's clearly a much better Gremlin Knob fight. So we're 38 health higher than we were. And now we don't have to pick the Perseverance. Okay. Should I finish this run, or should I just... Because I feel like we've learned what we were going to learn from this. So I guess I'll just play this run enough so that we get up to the boss, so that we don't get the embarrassing options for next time. Oh wait, no, we should get the embarrassing options for next time, because we lost. Okay. So this doesn't matter. I'm going to let the next fight kill me. Oh wait, I could just say abandon, right? It counts as a loss. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not trying it again, but... yeah, it is interesting that the question mark path turned out to be better this time. I think there's... So what were the question mark events?